Okie dokie. So, today we are going to learn about the 5 proven methods to get clients fast. And I will show you 5 simple and proven steps that are very easy to follow. They're really, really easy to follow. And you will achieve growth in your business quite fast. And if you implement any of the methods that I show today, you can really implement them tomorrow, and you will see change in the amount of customers and money in your pocket within a few days, no doubt. And this is something that is working really, really well with my students at the moment. And I have personally used it in any of my businesses that I had, whether I was managing them or just working in them. I just see these things work. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't utilize these very, very simple steps because they are free, most of them, or they're very, very cheap to do. And a lot of people think you have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to be really successful in your business. But if you don't have that sort of money to spend in the beginning, then you need to fall back onto techniques or methods that I will show you today that don't cost anything. And then once you are building up your profits, you can then put that money towards proper marketing like Facebook advertising or Google ads or Instagram, anything like that. And then obviously your business will catapult to a completely different level. But today I just want to show you those steps that are really simple for your business, and they're also free or very cost effective at least. So if you have a beauty business or a lash business, but you have no idea how to get new clients into the door, and you don't have a huge budget to spend, and you're not very tech savvy, then these are the steps to follow for you. So like I said again, they don't cost anything or very little money. They're very easy to follow, and you don't need much marketing or sales knowledge. However, and I have a but in here, I will talk about that a little bit later. If you do want to grow your business to a certain level where you can step out of it, or you can get people, work for you and things like that, you do need to spend a little bit of money, and I will talk about that a little bit later. So keep this big but in mind, okay? But let's get started with the 5 methods today, and I really hope you enjoy this and you get a lot out of it. Okay, so did you know that there are actually only 3 ways to grow your business? And it doesn't matter at what level of business success that you are and how much experience you have, there's still only 3 ways to grow your business. The first one is to get new customers into the door. The second one is to get them to spend more money with you. And the third one is to keep them coming back more often. And the hardest and most difficult is actually trying to get new customers. So today I want to share with you a little bit of everything, but just to let you know, if you want to get a whole heap of new customers, you probably have to spend some money in ads and things like that. But today, I will teach you a way that you can kind of get new customers, but then it is not the most perfect way. So if you want to really grow your business a lot, you do need to spend a little bit of money getting those new customers. But there are some tips and tricks and techniques that I will share with you today. So the first one is email and text your existing clients. Duh. And it seems like such an easy thing to do, but so many people shy away from it because they think it doesn't really work. So we need to actually figure out now how to make money with the clients that we already have, and what better way is there than us emailing them or contacting them. And you might think, but emails are really outdated. But let me tell you what, they actually work. They still work to this day. They do. And why is that? Because we are on our phones every day. Everyone carries an iPhone or Android with them. And with that, they email, obviously. So it's really easy and convenient for people to check their emails wherever you are in the world and on the go. And the fun fact is actually that there are people, or that most of the people in the world actually pick up their phone up to 100 times per day. Yep, that's pretty scary numbers, hey? So good for us though as a business, because that means that reaching our existing customers is actually getting a lot easier. And email is something that is really easy to explain today, and it doesn't need much of a budget to set up an email account anywhere else. But there are better ways than email, even that, okay? Like texting your clients, because people will read a text rather than an email usually. Or you can reach people these days directly with advertising on in that time, what is it called, on their messenger on Facebook, yeah? but this is a completely different topic and it will take a long time to explain. So today I want to show you the ones that don't cost anything. So email your existing clients. So you can basically send out like a special offer and really exciting new products and treatments that you offer, for example. It's really, really easy to retarget and upsell to those existing customers, okay? It's much easier than in getting new ones. This is what I just said before, getting new treatments, specials and offers and things like that out to your customers. So how do we get their email? Well, there's a few different, several different options that you can use. The first one would be a form they have to fill out at their very first visit. Yeah, and we're talking only existing customers at the moment. The second one might be that they have to enter competition of yours and need to leave their email address. This is something you can have in your salon, or you advertise it to your existing email list and say, hey, can you enter our competition? And that way you get more of an email traffic happening with them, and they're definitely going to check your emails. The third one is that you can ask them over the phone when they book in. You can get the email that way, or you can have a booking system that automatically gets the email, which I prefer to do. And then something else that will cost a little bit of money is if you are making up a landing page or a sales page and enable them to get the email address that way by offering them something in return, like running competition or giving them a voucher or some sort, but they actually have to fill in their email address to enter that competition online. And landing pages is a completely different topic. Again, I have extensive modules of that in my mastermind. Actually, I talk about that at the very end a little bit. Also, if you are staying tuned until the very end, you have the opportunity to download the ebook that goes with this presentation as well. So make sure you stay tuned until the end. You can also, if you have a website, have a pop-up window that says something like subscribe to our newsletter. Yeah. So these are the main ways that people usually get email addresses. And for me personally, like subscribe to our newsletter, that doesn't really seem very enticing to me. I'm subscribed to so many newsletters, it's not even funny. It's actually a bit spammy as well. If you ask me, and so I'm actually unscribing to a lot of them at the moment. So when you are choosing the best way to collect people's email addresses, think about a client that comes into your salon, okay? So first, them booking online is easy. You just need a booking system that links to your email provider, and I highly recommend Acuity scheduling. I will post a link underneath the video as well, and that's what I use. And then you can also have an email system that goes with it. In the beginning, that email system is actually completely free up to a certain amount of subscribers that you have in your email list. And I highly recommend MailChimp as a beginner. I will also post a link about that underneath the video. That is my personal email provider, but now I also, because I've got thousands of people now in my email list through Lash, I also use Aweber. Aweber I pay about $60 a month, but because I've got thousands of people in there, it just, is a bit more expensive. But you can start out absolutely free for a few hundred with MailChimp, and then you can link the two together, and then you're done. And then you can start collecting people's email addresses. It's really, really easy. The second one is that they fill out a form when they come into your salon, and they just do it at that time of the appointment. There's usually, I hope you have like a new client questionnaire or like an indemnity form or something they have to fill out, and then you can ask for the email address. So now I would love you to either take a screenshot or write this down, or maybe down the line, wait until the end and then download that in the PDF that is attached, or the ebook rather, because I would love for you to try something out for me and then let me know in the next few days how it went and if it got you any new bookings. So I want you to actually write an email to your email list or to your few subscribers that you might have, even if it's hundreds, even if it's 3. Just try this email because it really, really works. So what I want you to write is, hi, Suzanne, for example. How are you? This is Julia from Lash Tribe. I just wanted to check in and see how everything is going, as I haven't seen you for a while. I hope everything is well. Please let me know if there's anything I can do for you. Simply reply to this email. Have a wonderful day. Julia, and then your contact details. So this is something that you might not think would work, but it really does, because people actually, you know, hate to be sold to. This is really simple, it's non-salesy, and this email that you are reading here has generated so many sales for me and my students because, like I said, people hate being sold to. They really want to know that you care. And this is just a reminder to them that you exist, your business exists, and you care about them. And the rest will happen pretty naturally. And, you know, a lot of people forget to book or they get too busy to book. So they don't mean that personally. And you're probably sitting in your salon thinking, oh, why haven't they rebooked? Like, I forget to rebook constantly. You should ask my lash technician, my hairdresser. I'm really, really bad. They actually have to call me up sometimes, or I have to look in the mirror and go, oh my God, my hair's atrocious, my lashes have all fallen out, and then I just can't get into them. So it happens to me all the time, and I don't mean ill by my stylists. I just forget, you know, and that's why I say just send them this little reminder that you are still there, and most of them will be very thankful because they probably have forgotten about booking their appointment. So now I'm sending this type of email out to my clients that I haven't seen for a few months. Yeah, it works a treat. It really, really does. So that's the first one. Make sure you write this down or take a screenshot. Let's get to the second one. Set up JVs. A JV is a joint venture. And this is something I love to say, and one of my mentors also says it all the time. Your network is your net worth. Yeah, it is very, very important. Who you know can help you along your way in your journey of business and really help you create more income than if you didn't know these people, basically. So have a drive around in your area. And maybe look at some of the go online or the yellow pages or whatever and have a look online what sort of stores are within your area and where your potential clients might hang out. So here's some of the some examples that might have a beauty salon somewhere in your area. Make sure none of these salons obviously offer lashes, yeah, or any of the services that you want to sell. So beauty salons without lashes, hair salons, nail salons, bridal boutiques, women's clothing stores, fitness clubs, makeup stores. I have a typo there in women, it should be E. So these type of stores are amazing to go to. Literally, like, get your own lashes done, put your makeup on, dress up nicely, and go around to these businesses. And then introduce yourself. Introduce yourself to these women that work in these types of stores, okay? I would always ask for like a full-time staff member or the manager to talk to. And then you can introduce yourself as a new salon in the area and, you know, wanting to start a little bit of a referral system with other local businesses and that you really like the look of their business and you think that their clients that hang out at their salon or their clothing store or makeup counter are really the type of people that you think would love lashes, and then you can offer one or two people in the store like a half price voucher or whatever you're comfortable with, even if you need it desperately, to do their lashes and ask them to buddy up with you. Now their customers will see their lashes and ask about them, or they could have your business card ready to go and just hand them out to anyone that enters their store and say, hey, this is a new salon, we have cards here, we just wanted to, you know, help them along a little bit. And with that, you can basically give them a little bit of a discount for every person they refer to you. In the very beginning, I actually gave free refills for, I was working with a hairdressing salon together, a couple actually in my area, and every 3 referrals they gave me, which was one of the stylists, yeah, it's not for everybody, one of the stylists, for every 3 referrals they gave to me, I gave them free refills, yeah, and this works really, really great. But, you know, it will take a little bit of getting out of your comfort zone and hitting people up. But if you know me, and I hope you do by being in this group, I always like to say to everyone, there is this beautiful spot called comfort zone, but nothing grows in it. And it is so true. So I really ask you to be open-minded, be a little bit brave, be ready for a change, and really embrace the steps to make them your own because they work. I have done it, other people have done it. Follow the success. There's a reason people do what other people are doing that are successful, because these steps work, okay? So make sure you do that. The third one already. Now we've got another 3 to go, so this one included. So this is an award system, and it's very similar. Not very similar, but it's kind of a little bit intertwined with, giving people half price vouchers or something to get other people into your salon. But this one is basically with your existing clients, your award system, yeah? So if you want to grow your business and make more money, you need to be able to have your clients return again and again. Like I said in the very beginning, that was one of the 3 ways on how to grow your business, is to have them return more times. Actually, the lifetime value is worth much more than a new set. What do I mean with lifetime value? If you have one client come in once every 3 weeks that spends $100 with you, how many weeks does a year have? Divide that by the 3 weeks. How much would you get from that client? I worked it out. I think it's between $1,000 and $2,000 a year, somewhere in between that. So if you have a client returning every 3 weeks for their refills, you will actually make more money with them with that lifetime value. Let's say lifetime value is a year and you make $2,000 with that client. And that client then refers someone else to you that then also turns into a 3 weekly customer. These lifetime values, the lifetime value of a customer like that is worth so much more than a full new set of lashes that you do once in a blue moon for someone new that then doesn't return. That's why it is so important that you are excellent at what you do and people love you and want to return time and time again. Okay, so I would recommend make up some business cards that will give them really, really great incentives. So every 5th visit or so, they can get like a half price off or something, or every 10th visit, you can give them something on top of the lashes, maybe free eyebrow wax, or you can even give away a free lash set if you wanted to, or like a free refill if you're really comfortable with that. And you can keep track of that and how often they have come in with your booking system, yeah. And if you don't have a booking system, of course, you can keep the cards in your salon. I would never give it to the clients because they will lose it. So make sure every time they come in, you have their name on the card and you have a little box or something where you store them in, and they can just fill it in every time they come in. So these incentives are really, really great for people, and people just, love doing that. I wish my hairdresser would do that. Like every 5th visit, they would give me like a half price hair color or something. That would be amazing. That would make me want to come in more often, actually. So yeah, definitely start an award system if you don't have one yet. Okay, so let's go to tip number 4, which is referral and social media share incentives. So basically what that means is you setting up a system with your existing clients that will give them discounts or free sets for every so and so many referrals. So this one is kind of hanging on to tip number 2, where you have other salons and other stores recommend people to come to you and they get referrals. But in this instance, it's actually the clients that will get those incentives. So they basically tell their friends, and then every time they refer someone new, you reward them. Yeah. Also, I offer my clients $5 off every set for when they check into my salon on Facebook. And you can have like a little sign up in your salon saying that in a really big, like, check in, get $5 off or something like that. And if they leave a review, like a 5-star review, you can do that as well. Save $5 next time or whatever. Also, if you have a selfie station, the selfie station is amazing. It's literally just a bright light. You can use your glam core if you have a glam core or light, and then get them to take a selfie in front of your media wall. Like I have a media wall in the background here, like you've seen earlier, and this is where I film my videos now. And if you have something like that in your salon and people take a selfie just before they leave, and then you ask them to post this on social media and then tagging you or your salon on Instagram or Facebook, that will attract a whole heap of new customers because their friends are going to see it and they're going to say, oh, this looks lovely. Where is that at? So Setting up referral and social media share incentives is definitely the way to go as well. All right, now let's get to the last tip. Tip number 5 is setting up a membership system. What is a membership system? You probably ask. So think of like a gym membership where your clients go, every now and then, on a monthly, fortnightly, or weekly basis. You basically pay on like a direct debit. Okay, so what it does, it will give you more cash flow. It will knock out your competitors because clients come back to you time and time again. And there is also much less risk of no-shows. So basically prepay their services and come in on a weekly basis. Like they pay on a weekly basis or fortnightly basis, and they have to come in at that time as well. And if they don't come in, they, I suppose, miss out. So you don't have them come in every 2 weeks and then they forget 3 days, 3 times, and then they come in 3 days in a row. It doesn't work that way. They actually have to come in to that appointment as well, okay? Also because people are kind of locked in with you, even though you probably don't want to have a contract that goes over like 6 months or a year or something like that. They will keep paying, yeah? Even if they forget to come in once or twice, they will keep paying. Like I've been paying my gym membership for years and I hardly go there because I don't have time. But I keep paying it. Because it's just what you do when you have a membership. And you do go in occasionally. I mean, if I had a beauty membership, I would probably definitely go in because it's something that kind of represents my work as well, because I'm in beauty. And so setting up a membership system is really, really good. Also, money-wise, it will do a few things. It will really increase the frequency of purchases and encourage your customers to buy again, which, the weekly and fortnightly payments will do. And it obviously increases the lifetime value of your customer because you are keeping your customer for longer. Okay, awesome. Now, how did we feel about that? Yeah, I think these steps are pretty simple to follow. And now I want to get back to my but that, I said in the beginning. Remember the but? So this is if you want to take your business to the next level. Okay, so I'm really excited for you to start implementing the steps that I have told you about because they will make quite a bit of a difference and they will cost you next to nothing. Yeah, but if you want to really, really grow your business, and this is what I say here, it really takes months to learn and perfect and a lot of support and mentoring along the way. You need to know your target market, their innermost desires and fears and problems they would like to solve. You need to market to them via Facebook, Instagram, even Google to generate a lot more leads and get clients booking in with you. And you need to know all of the techie stuff. And all of this takes a long time to learn and it's not free. Yeah. When you are starting to really want to grow your business, you need to start spending money as well. And that's, I wanted to show you the steps that don't cost much or very little or hardly anything because you going to salons and asking them for referrals in return for lashes or half price lashes doesn't cost you a thing apart from your time. Obviously, time is money as well. But if you don't have that budget to start with, obviously the 5 methods are amazing to use. But if you want to grow long-term wise and you really want to grow fast and put the word out there without having to personally go out for days and days on end and introduce yourself to everybody, then you need to learn how to market. You need to learn your sales. You need to learn your Facebook advertising and your Instagram, how everything works, and things change constantly. Like ask any of my students. I make new modules literally on a 2 or 3 weekly basis because Facebook keeps changing. The algorithm, Instagram has constantly changed and is completely changed now as well. So if you want to know all of this, I want to introduce to you back then it was called my business and branding course, which is going to go into relaunch in August as the mastermind. But the results people got from my business course so far, and it's only launched in December 2016. And I could show you 20 testimonies, but for this, I just wanted to keep it short and sweet, and I give you 2. So Hannah doubled her income. I think it's even more than double now within a few short months. She's done my volume course in person as well as online, and she has done my business and branding course as well. And She has really listened to everything that I told her, from branding to marketing, how to use different marketing strategies on Facebook and Instagram and things like that. And then we've got Cassie. Cassie went from 2 clients. She started off with 2 clients in her home salon to then opening up her own studio and having to stop advertising because she had to close her books completely, and all that within a few short months. I think she went from 2 to 90% booked within 3 months, and now it's been like 6 or 7, and she had to close her books because she can't take on any new clients. And this is all because of Facebook marketing and Instagram. Her Instagram is going really well. And yeah, Cassie didn't really know much about it before she joined the business course. So I don't want to sell you anything tonight because I don't have anything to sell you. I just wanted to make you aware of it, yeah? The Lash Tribe Mastermind is a brand new mastermind which will go for 1 year and will open its doors for the very first time in August 2017. And I will only have 50 spots available. There's nothing to buy at the moment. There's nothing to sign up for at the moment. Info packs will be available soon, so make sure you check back on lashtribe.com.au. So I really, really hope that this little presentation has helped you finding new customers really quickly. Make sure you let us know in the comments or in the group how everything went for you, and I will read it and give you some tips. Like, if you have questions, feel free to ask me at any time as well.